Hey everybody, we are playing a new game. It's a demo. It is on Kickstarter right now. Love at the Milky Way Diner. The link will be in the description. Let's go. New game. It's a little weekly droid. Hello. What is your name? Let's see. I'm gonna use a... let's use a D&D character name here. My bard character. Gem Stardust, yes. Your name is Gem Stardust, correct? Yes. Thank you. Enjoy your journey. I rub my eyes, still feeling groggy and stiff from my time in the transport ship's stasis pods. I stare out of the ship's many windows into the emptiness of deep space. Can I get this on actual full screen? There we go. There we go. That looks better. Seeing all my little start menu things. Okay. Stare at my ship's many windows into the emptiness of deep space. I'm sitting in the observation lounge of Argo 24. That's not Jim's actual voice, but whatever. I'm just fooling around. Your best choice for inter-system travel, leaving the Helio system with prices that won't break the bank. There are 4 more glamorous methods of space travel. 5-star cruising ships with luxurious rooms and great meals. Cruises are awesome, guys. Where you can spend long trips between star systems in leisure and comfort. But comfort costs credits, and I'm pretty short on those. You're telling me, sister. It's budget travel and budget stasis pods for me on the Argo space fleet is known for being especially no frills. The ship dips and my destination comes into view. The Deep Space Station. Good lord, I'm bad at this. Hesperides. Hesperides. My new home. It's a sleek Arulian design with habitat and docking rings orbiting the station's main superstructure. Spacecraft zip in and out of a station like bees circling a hive. Unfamiliar alien designs and unexpected shapes. Thankfully, I was able to utilize onboard sonic shower and freshen up before my way here. I go to that job stanky. My stomach rumbles and I pull out a complimentary juice box and small biscuits that were left by my pod for me to find when I woke up. That's awful nice. Just a little apple juice box and some biscuits. I tear open the package and nibble on the slightly sweet and crumbly digestive. The biscuit is plain. She's not English. It's a cookie. It's an English cookie. It's a biscuit. And the strawberry juice box, alright, is warm. Ugh. But it's my body's first solid food in 2 weeks, yikes, and it's a relief to my empty stomach. I watch as one of the smaller ships head towards the spot in the space marked by blinking buoys. There's a flash on the wow, I just can't talk anymore. There's a flash as the ship speeds past them into the wormhole, disappearing from sight. There are 4 other spots like this around the area of the Hesperides. Am I saying that right? I keep thinking of the George Harrison song, The Wreck of the Hesperus, and I know that's not it. Stable wormholes, each leading to a different place light years away from here. Attention all passengers, we are now beginning docking procedures for the Deep Space Station, Hesperides. Please make sure to bring all your belongings to you as you disembark. On behalf of the captain and all our crew, I'm going to do it like the lady on the Joko cruise for the last couple years. I think she was Australian. Right? No, she was like English. She sounded like Gideon from Legends of Tomorrow. On behalf of the captain and all our crew, we thank you for choosing Argo Space Transport. That's a very kind of Portal colors. I like it. As I disembark from Argo 24 into a massive arrivals hangar, I am immediately met with a shift in anti-grav. The difference between the calibration of the transport ship and the station is slight. There's just a bit more bounce. All around me are ships of all shapes and sizes from across the galaxy, from larger passenger cruisers and cargo freighters to smaller personal craft, and aliens. Never seen so many different species all in one place, hustling between ships, trying to make connections, lining up to collect their bags and moving cargo around. A dizzying flurry of fur and scales and tentacles and tails. And that's what little aliens are made of. It's so much to take in. The Helio system doesn't really get that much interstellar tourism, so seeing other species is a rarity. This is the Hesperides space station, gateway to the Theta sector and fringe colonies therein. In this part of the galaxy, humans are the minority. Attention, this is the final boarding call for flight XJ6B6 with service to Kashroth 4. All passengers should now be on board at gate C32. Out of the way. Oh no, I got hit. Somebody hit me. Voice calls from behind me calls before I can react. I'm shoved hard to one side. I'm thrown off balance by the impact and tumble forward, hitting the ground hard. Lord. My travel bags slide a few feet away from me on the metal floor. I look up just in time to see a Scatterin with a large backpack running and shoving their way through the crowd. Hey, watch where you're going, growls another voice as I hear footfalls jog towards me. The owner of the voice stops in front of me and crouches down to meet my eyes. Are you okay? She's cool, she says with concern deep in her voice. She's an alien, a Kedetri. Yeah. She has a worried look in her golden eyes. Pulling up next to her is a hover cart piled with boxes. You're not hurt, are you? I'm okay. I might have a... I can do Jim's... I'm okay. I might have a bruise or two, though. I say sheepishly as I rub my right elbow, which bore the brunt of the impact. Here, let me help you stand. She extends her large, clawed hand towards me, and I take it. She pulls me up with ease. I can't help but be slightly startled by her strength. Really? She looks real strong. She looks real tall. Thanks. I say, and I crane my neck to look behind her, trying to spot my errant bags. Oh, my bags. Oh, yeah. Following my gaze, she turns around. Oh, don't mention it, she says brightly as she reaches down and grabs my 2 bags, throwing them both over one of her shoulders with ease. She's real strong. I'm Kal-El. Kal-El, by the way. There's no L. It's Kal-El. Not Kal-El. We've been watching Superman. She flashes me a toothy smile. Her teeth, her fangs. I'd seen... I don't think that was supposed to be said how I said it, but I said it. I'd seen Kedetri in vids before, or from a distance a couple of times on Mars. All that fur, though, you'd think they'd be hot on Mars. It's supposed to be hot, right? This is my first time really meeting another member of their species up close like this. She's kind of cool, she's kind of beautiful. I don't know. She both. Why not both? I think she seems more cool than beautiful, I think. She's kind of cool, I catch myself thinking. She picked my bags up like they were nothing, and I'd struggled slightly under their weight. So she's obviously pretty strong. She has fangs and claws and a wild head of hair that looks windswept, but if there was any wind. Even her outfit is badass with her blaster holsters on her hip and pilot's jacket. And all them earrings. You know you cool if you got 1,000 earring holes. She looks like she stepped out of a Warp Racers movie. On top of it, she's friendly and kind, rushing over to make sure a random stranger like me was okay. I return her smile gratefully. I'm Jem. Well, Jem, let's get you to where you gotta go. Do you have a connection to catch? Oh, no connection. This is me. I'm actually moving to the station. Really? Well, in that case, I'll bring you to arrivals. I'm headed there myself. Follow me. She smiles an easy smile and nudges the parked hovercraft next to her tail. It whirs to life, and she follows her. She starts to walk, with my bags slung over her shoulder. Clearly, she has no intention of letting me carry them myself. It's exactly like my boyfriend. I decided I'm gonna roll with it for now. I still feel pretty rough for my time in stasis. Not about to protest. I dust myself off and start to follow her through the crowd. If I was in a stasis pod for 2 freaking weeks and I've had a nasty strawberry juice box, warm strawberry juice box, and some friggin' digestive biscuits, I would not be carrying shit either. So, Jem, you're moving on to the Hesperides. What brings you to this side of the galaxy, if you don't mind me asking, that is? We get a lot of folks passing through, as you might have noticed. But it's not every day someone decides to make an extended stay here. I guess you could say I'm making a career change. I'm a broke-ass bitch, how about that? I'm making a career change. I'm taking over my late aunt's diner. The Milky Way diner? Yeah, how'd you know? Milky Way diner is the Hesperides station staple. I heard it was closing after your aunt passed. It's good to hear someone's keeping up the place up and running. It's an important spot for the community here, and when you're this far away from home, community is everything. It's a lot to live up to. I had no idea it was so popular. You and your aunt weren't close? Then quickly, as if catching herself, she says, "Sorry, I don't mean to pry. You don't have to share if you don't want to." No, it's okay. Or not really anyways. I only met her a couple times in my life when she came to visit the family in the Helios system. She had her own thing going here, life out in deep space, the diner. My parents never really had the creds to take us out of the system to visit. Then about a month ago, we got word she had a stroke and passed away. When we got the will, it said that she would like one of her family members to take over if possible. She didn't have any kids of her own, so here I am. So you just dropped everything to come out here? That's pretty bold for someone who's never left their home star system. Great. No, I could still go. I'm impressed. Not much to drop when the company you've been working for goes bankrupt and you're out of a job. A fresh start sounded pretty good after that. It's true. No job, no love life. My friends from college and I had drifted apart. Rip. Sure, my family was there, but they had all their own stuff going on. There really wasn't much of anything holding me back. Buying a one-way discount ticket to the gateway to the Theta sector and running a diner with no experience seemed like a much better option than just continuing to aimlessly drift around home. I get that. Sometimes change is good. Kael reaches over and gives me a gentle and reassuring pat on the back. And then, topples me over because she's so strong. You got this. I'm sure the Milky Way diner is in good hands. There's a warm and reassuring look in her eyes. She's easy to talk to. And thankful to have met someone as kind as Kael as soon as I arrived. And what about you? You said we got a lot of folks passing through, so I'm guessing it's safe to assume you live on the station? I'm a cargo runner, so I'd soon say I live on my ship rather than here. The Hesperides is kind of like a home base for me, though. Got a good steady list of clients here, not too far from the trip to Renan. The people here are nice. What kind of cargo you run? That depends. On? Kael's amber eyes narrow. Her ears twitch slightly. Ugh. You're not a Gabby agent, are you? Kael said with a conspiratorial edge to her voice. The Galactic Alliance Bureau of Investigation. No? There's an obvious uneasy tone in my voice. I'm just messing with you, Jim, she says with a laugh. I transport the usual stuff, tech, food, alcohol, medicine, fun stuff like that. I do supply runs for a couple of the on-station merchants. You can place an order with me if you need some ingredients that they can't grow on the agricultural deck. I got a great whiskerfish supplier back on Renan also. She leans a bit closer and says, a bit quieter. I have connections in just about every sector of this galaxy. Whatever it is you might need, I can find it for the right price, of course. Or the right person. Kael says with a wink and undeniably flirty tone in her voice. Am I being hit on by a Karetri right now? Kael isn't exactly being stubble. I'm not necessarily surprised to be interested in a member of a different sapient species. After all, interspecies couplings aren't unheard of. People from different star systems have been living side by side for centuries. There was even a Marcia drama series a few years back about a Naru and a human. I'm surprised she's interested in me. Ooh, sure. Flirt back. Oh, and how would someone like me, for example, go about becoming the right person? Well, you can start by letting me buy you a drink, and maybe, who knows, I might just decide I like you. Decide you like me? You haven't decided yet? I'm hurt. I say with mock offense, putting my hand over my heart. Cal lets out a chuckle. Maybe I just want to make sure I was right to have a good feeling about you. Then I'll have to take you up on that offer, won't I? Maybe I'll even cook you something at the house and really win you over. That's okay, that's going a bit far. Like, drinks is fine. Being friends. Okay. That was a little hard flirting. Can Etri eat pancakes? I feel like pancakes are diner food. And easy to make, I think, for myself. We can. I've had them before and enjoyed them. I like sweet things. No wonder you had a good feeling about me then. Jim is a flirt, though. Cal's ears prick up a bit in surprise. See? For a moment, I think I might have caught her off guard. That's a little too far. But she quickly recovers with a devilish smile. Because you're sweet? You said it, not me. Cal chuckles and leans down slightly so she's closer to my ear, and she says, "You got me there, sugar." Cal literally purrs when she says the word sugar. I feel a tingle run up my spine and my face flush deeply. Oh, she's good, I think to myself. She leans away from me with a knowing smile. I'll give you a chance to get your space legs before I rush you to the nearest bar. I'll be in port for a couple more days. I'll catch you once you're settled. We stop walking, getting into the short line that leads to the kiosk manned by a human in a green uniform. Alright, here we are, she says, putting down my bags. Give me your palm pad, I'll add my contact info. That way you can place an order with me if you need anything for the diner. Let me know if you're free for that drink, of course. We're in the same system, we can chat in real time. Otherwise, you can shoot me a text or a voice message and I'll get back to you once it reaches me. I know how interstellar communication works, you know. I say with the left, handing her my palm pad. It's maybe my first time out of the system, but I'm not totally clueless. I know, just a reminder. She says as she types in her contact details. She hands my palm pad back to me. I notice we've made it to the front of the line now. I gotta get all this stuff where it needs to go, so I'll head in first. I'll be seeing you around. See you around, Cal. She puts her large hand on my shoulder as she passes me and walks up to the kiosk, her hover cart following behind. This is great because Jem in my D&D game is a halfling, so I'm just I'm imagining just like a really short lady that looks like Cyndi Lauper, and then like this big, massive furball looking lady. She puts her. Okay, yeah, I did that. Officer Sherwood Morency. What's the head of security doing checking arrivals? From where I stand, I can get a better look at the human man behind the kiosk. Officer Shiwoo, as Kel had called him. His wavy chocolate brown hair and curls on the nape of his neck, an stern expression on his face. He's not too tall, with an athlete's build. Can't help but notice the prominent bags under his dark eyes, like he looks like he hasn't had a good night's sleep in ages. Officer Eshket called in sick today, so I'm taking over his duties for now. Can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? His voice is deep and soft with a stern edge and a slight fringe of planet accent. Really, Shiwoo, we gotta get this whole song and dance every time? It's not like you don't know my name and all call sign by now. I know your name, Kel, but regulations are regulations, and there are questions I need to ask every person who goes through arrivals. Now can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the Hesperides station? Kel's tail twitches slightly in irritation, and she rolls her eyes. Kel Visruna, cargo delivery for Ashkath's General Haley Roswell, and the Wayfarer's Rest. Shipping manifest will be under the call sign Starblazer. Shiwoo types away quickly at the hollow screen in front of him, giving the manifest a quick read. Thank you, looks like everything is in order. He looks up from the screen and at Cal. Also, this is your reminder that all weapons are left on the ship. She She flips open the flaps of her holsters with a flourish, revealing empty pockets. I know, it's not like it's my first time here. I'm only reminding you because you forgot last time. Because I was in a hurry. I had a road that needed to get back to the temporal control, and I was losing freshness by a second. They're going back and forth like this, but Kel doesn't sound angry. Just mildly annoyed at the bureaucracy of it all. Kel seems to be the type that chafes up against rules and regulations. Shiwoo doesn't seem like the type to loosen protocol for anyone. Arms out, just gonna give you a quick scan, and then you're free to go. All the orange and blue. And the droid shapes. It's very portally. We love to see it. Paraspherical float droids deploy from behind the kiosk and float on either side of Kael and her hover cart. Scanning. Please hold still. 2 droids emit green scanning beams and float around Kael, scanning her and her cargo. By the way, you look more exhausted than usual today. Are you holding up alright? Now it was Shiwoo's turn to roll his eyes. He sighs a bit and rubs the back of his neck. I appreciate your continued concern about my well-being, but I'm really fine. It's nothing new. Still, you should check with Saria. Saria? Yeah, Saria. I did a couple days ago, but like I said, I'm fine. Shiwoo's face softens as he speaks. The droids finish their scan and the green lights turn off. No forbidden articles or pathogens detected. Kael Vashruna, you are free to proceed to the station. Please enjoy your stay. Okay, I brought you some new herbal tea from Manon. I'll leave it in your mail locker. Thanks, Kael. I'll be sure to try it before bed tonight. Poor dude, can't sleep. You better and let me know how it goes. I'll catch you later, bud. With that, Kael gives her cart a nudge and she walks into the station, but not before looking over her shoulder at me and giving me a smile and a wave. See you, sugar. With that, she disappears around the corner. I grab my bags and lug them over to a kiosk where Shiwoo stands. Welcome to the Hesperides. Can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? Shiwoo says, meeting my eyes over the hollow screen. Gem Stardust, I'm moving to the Hesperides to take over the management of the Milky Way diner. Shiwoo raises his thick eyebrows, and the corner of his mouth lifts slightly into a small smile. Yes, we've been expecting you. We've been expecting you for some time. Welcome aboard. I'm Officer Shiwoo Morency, Head of Security. Can I please get you to confirm that these details are correct? Also, I need your travel documents. He hands me the hollow screen. Let me see. Oh, let's do... she, her. Species, human, Helios. New create, Europa. Sure. How do I... Okay. I scan my wrist chip into the holoscreen before handing it back to Shiwoo, who gives it a quick once-over. Alright, everything looks good. This is a GA Category 3 station, so all Class 4 and above weapons are strictly prohibited on the Hesperides. If you are carrying any energy blasters, phasers, electro-pulse emitters, or laser swords, please leave them with me. We will store them in a secure location until such time as you leave the station. Good thing I left my laser sword at home. Nah. Nah. Good thing I don't carry any weapons then. Can't say I have any need for them. Unless new create Europa was a shitty place. Shiwoo smiles a bit at that. Wish more people shared that sentiment. Oh, see, if I said laser sword, maybe he'd be like, that's not funny. Also, you seem dangerous. Do a lot of sapiens try to bring weapons on board? I ask, a bit worried. I heard stories of the news of lawlessness in certain parts of the galaxy where the GA had less control. Stories about pirates and bounty hunters armed to the teeth. Is this station the galactic equivalent of a frontier town like old Earth Western movies? We're not that far from some fringe colonies. Things are a lot rougher out there. And personally, I've always felt that carrying a weapon invites more trouble than it shows. He looks up from the screen to meet my eyes. I must look worried because he quickly clarifies. You don't have anything to worry about. The station is completely safe. This Hesperius? I keep thinking I'm saying that wrong. Hesperius is under GA protection, and we take our no weapons policy very seriously. You won't be seeing any shootouts on the promenade. Anyway, let's see. I'll go ahead and update your access file so you can use your wrist chip to access the Milky Way diner as well as your quarters. If you'd like, I can have someone from the agricultural desk drop some ingredients off at the diner for you. That would be great. I'm gonna open a restaurant. I got no fucking ingredients. Oh yeah, that would be great. I like to take the kitchen for a spin. I figured as much. Well, let's see, what else? You'll be in room 3 of living block B. Your room will have a bathtub with water and sonic showers, a tub, a kitchenette, as well as your bed. Sheets and pillows are provided, and the room has been prepared for your arrival. There's also a common space with a living area and a larger kitchen. Your neighbors have already been told to expect you. Please make sure to introduce yourself when you get the chance, as you'll be sharing the space with them. Heard about similar setups in other station and space colonies. Life in space can be isolating, so dwellings and neighborhoods are often planned with an emphasis on community building. That's cool. Noted. Do you know my neighbors? Do you like living here? Do you like living here? I've never lived off-world, so so I'm not super familiar with station life. I do, and I'm sure you will too. Sharing space with your neighbors and living alongside different species can take some getting used to, but if you're not accustomed to it. But you'll get settled soon. Try not to worry so much. That's reassuring to hear. This is all so new to me. It's not the biggest station. Functionally, it's kind of like living in a small town. Good and the bad, and comes with that. For example, once news got out that the Milky Way Diner wasn't actually closing down and Cassie's family member was coming from Helios to take it over, let's just say you've been the talk of the town. Small town gossip is a thing even at the gateway to the Theta sector, huh? Pretty much, I'm sorry to say. Shiwoo says with a shrug of his massive shoulders. He doesn't look that massive. Like 5'11", 150, 165 maybe. I don't know. On the bright side, you're the human that's bringing you back a beloved station eatery, so I'm sure you'll receive a warm welcome as a result. Cal mentioned that the diner was really popular. Whoa. I'm hit by a sudden wave of vertigo. It's like the ground under my feet has given me away. Catch me, Shiwoo, catch me. Oh damn, I straight fainted. Whew. I'm fully expected to hit the ground for a second time in less than an hour, but the impact doesn't come. Huh. That was close. He caught me. I hear Shiwoo's voice closer and softer now than it was before. My eyes flutter open, and I realize I'm not currently concussed. Why I'm not currently concussed. He caught me. Shiwoo's face is only a handful of inches from mine. This close-up, I'm struck by just how handsome he is. His hair falls into his eyes. His thick brows are knitted in concern. A slight frown on his soft-looking lips. Wow, this is like, talk about flirty. I mean, unexpectedly. One of his hands supports the head, the other is wrapped around the small of my back. Good lord, game. He must have vaulted over the kiosk and caught me before I hit the ground. Oh, I'm staying put. Bet your ass. My head is spinning, my eyes are going in and out of focus. I don't dare try and stand on my own. Fall again. Easy there. Looks like there are still some sedatives in your system from the stasis pods. Shiwoo says gently. We look into each other's eyes for a few moments. I find myself increasingly aware of the feeling of his hands on my back and head, supporting my weight with ease. Is it just me, or do the dark circles under his eyes somehow make him even more handsome? I think to myself. I notice a dusting of pink start to cover his cheeks as he averts his eyes from mine. Oh, look at the little anime blush. Jim, do you think he can stand? I come back to reality, suddenly finding myself a bit self-conscious. Oh, yeah, I think so. Thanks for catching me. All part of the job. Shiwoo helps me stand, supporting me as I try to put weight on my wobbly legs. Thankfully, I feel the vertigo waning. Ugh, I feel awful, I say as he lets me stand on my own again. I get my bearings and he walks back to his post behind the security kiosk. If it's any consolation, you're not the first person to faint from cheap status sedatives. Oh, great, he knows they're cheap. Still, you should head straight to the medbay once you've been scanned and cleared. Dr. Surya will take a look at you, and she can give you something to help you as the drugs leave your system. That sounds like a good idea, I'll do that. Alright, arms out. Oh yeah, we're still gonna go through the security thing. I comply, and they take a couple moments to complete their scan. No forbidden articles or pathogens detected. Gem Stardust, you are free to proceed to the station. Please enjoy your stay. I start to pick up my heavy bags. You can just leave those here. I'll get a delivery bot to take your bags to your room. Just focus on getting to the medbay. It's on level 5. He types a series of commands into a screen, and a rectangular bot comes speeding around the corner and skids to a stop in front of me. Mouse droid? A bigger mouse droid? Dog droid. A series of cheerful beeping sounds that splits from its vertical seam down its middle, an compartment filling the gap between its two halves. I place my bags in the compartment. I notice a small velvet cylinder perched on top of the front half of the bot. Is it wearing a bell top hat? A bellhop hat? What did I say? Beep boop boop beep, chirps the bot. I know better than to anthropomorphize simple AIs like this, but I can't help but think it sounds happy. He is happy. He's a happy boy. How dare me. That's certainly not regulation. I'll have to talk to Roswell about this. I like Roswell already. I like him. He treats droids like the little babies they are. Shiwoo mutters under his breath. Don't be a fucking hater, Shiwoo. Now loaded with this cargo, the delivery bot closes the compartment and speeds away as fast as it came. Thanks, Shiwoo. I guess I'll see you around then. Shiwoo gives me a full, bright smile. See you around, Jim. Enjoy the rest of your day. You as well. I say, returning his smile and waving over my shoulder as I head to the station proper. From behind me, I can hear Shiwoo call up the next person in line and start his spiel over again once more. A light chime goes off as I enter the medbay. I'm going to check on my recording, because I have not done this before. Okay, good, still going. Full screen again. Okay. I'll be with you in just a moment, calls out a calm, feminine voice. Just take a seat in the waiting area. Oh, look at them both. How cute. The office is small, with a dividing wall separating the treatment and waiting areas. As I take a seat, I sneak a peek in the treatment area. There's an examination table as well as an open med pod where a short... I said a Rulian before. A Runlian woman in a hospital gown sits. A Naru in a doctor's coat faces her, looking at the notes on her holopad. The same voice from before, the one that belonged to the doctor, continues. As I was saying, thankfully your time in the med pod has helped your skin from the burns you suffered, and all the damage to your eyes was thankfully reversible. Shit. Oh dear, what happened? I'd still advise limiting the exposure to necessary Visual strain for the few days. Burns? Jesus! Visual strain. Limit screen time and get lots of rest. Wow, she just burned her eyes up. She was on that PlayStation for too long. However, Vega, I'm afraid you'll have some permanent discoloration on your skin. I doubt this is what you wanted to hear. Sadly, Aurelian skin. There's Aurelian. There's an extra N in there, I think. Aurelian skin is particularly prone to scarring, especially after a trauma like the one you faced. There's of course a possibility it will continue to fade as time goes on, and if you'd like, I could put you into contact with a cosmetic dermatologist specialist on Ceos. He's an old colleague of mine, and he's very skilled with reconstructive procedures on Aurelian skin. The patient sitting on the medpod, Vega, speaks up. Her voice is sweet and carries almost a melodic-sounding Aurelian accent. Thank you so much for your treatment, Dr. Soraya. That's okay. Really, I don't mind the scarring too much. I'm just happy I'm safe. You are incredibly fortunate that Officer Shiwoo was able to get to you when he did. From what he told me, that rusty old ship you flew in was a death trap. You're lucky only the tertiary fuel line burst. Okay. If it had been the secondary, or stars forbid the primary, there might not have been anything left of you to put in the medpod. Now here are your clothes. You can go ahead and get changed in the washroom over there. Going to take a look at my next patient. Thank you. Vega says she hops off the medpod and walks over to the bathroom, closing the door behind her. Alright, you can come over and take a seat on the examination table here. Follow the doctor's instruction, walking over to the exam table and taking a seat. Hello, I'm Dr. Soraya. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm Gem Stardust. I just... I fucking forgot to do the voice. I am Gem Stardust. I just got off a long-haul trip. I've been out of stasis for about 2 hours. I'm feeling kind of off. It's sore and dizzy. I have a headache, and I fainted earlier. I see. That's not good at all. Soraya says, typing notes into her holopad. So how long did you spend in stasis? Did you fly in a personal or mass transit craft? Mass transit? One of the Argo spaceline ships. I'm having trouble speaking too, evidently. Soraya winces, clicking her tongue in disapproval. Stop! I'm broke, bitch! Stop it! Stop touching me! That makes sense. The brand of sedatives for the stasis Argo, stasis for the Argo space fleets, users are outlawed in the Nauru space for this exact reason. So you're feeling unwell as a result. Good lord. She gives me a sympathetic look and types a few final notes into her holopad before placing it on the table next to her. Lie back on the examination table. I'm going to do a quick scan to check our visuals. I do a Sierra. I keep seeing Sierra. It's Saria. Instructs and lie down. She grabs the scanner and leans over me, and as she does, one of the tentacles on her head falls in front of her face. She gently pushes it behind her pointed ear. I can see the... Wow. Chromatophorus in her skin at the tips of her tentacles shifting from different shades of mostly coral pink, but looking closer I can see undertones of blue and green. I know that Nauru have chromatophorus change colors with their emotions, but I haven't learned what each color means. I keep doing it. Saria hovers over the scanner, over me, and I do my best to stay still. After a few minutes, it's over. Alright, Jim, you can sit back up now. It seems like your body is still attempting to break down and process the last of the sedatives in your system. That's why you're feeling the lingering effects we all call pod sickness. Soraya explains as I return to my sitting position. I can give you an injection that will speed up the process significantly. Since it will be going into your bloodstream directly, you'll be feeling better much quicker. Are you okay with needles? Oh, let's see. I'm fine with them. I'm fine with them. Needles don't really bother me that much at all. That's good to hear. Sit tight and I will get everything prepped then. Saria goes to the cabinet near the treatment areas and scans her wrist chip. I watch as he preps the needle, filling it with medicine from a vial. She places it on a tray next to some gauze and some sustaining fluid. She brings the tray back over and places it in the little rolling table near the examination table. Alright, Jim, I'm going to do a quick swab and sanitize the area. Shakes my forearm in her hand. I feel a slight brush of her skin on mine. She's a professional. Her touch is cold, but also incredibly smooth. My eyes meet her strange alien ones as she finishes. Are you ready? She asks, looking at me with a calm, pleasant expression. I can't help but feel a slight flush creep over my cheeks as she says those words. Then kick myself mentally because there's nothing flirty happening here whatsoever. She's a professional. Yeah, I'm good to go. I mean, she's very sexy. The accent, I mean. Alright, Jim, can you breathe in for me, please? And now, out. As I exhale, Saria swiftly administers a shot, then covers a small puncture with a little med patch shaped like a little yellow star. Oh, I got a yellow star. There we go, all done. You can lie back for a moment, and while the medicine does its work, I'm going to clean this up. I lie back down on the table as Saria sets about putting her supplies away. So you're Cassie's relative that's taking over the Milky Way diner? Yeah, Officer Shiwoo mentions that people on the station have been waiting for me to get here. We have. Welcome to the Hesperitus. How are you feeling now? Would you like to stand up? I get off the examination table. The difference is startling. My headache and dizziness are gone. I'm much better now, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Are you going to be heading to the diner now? Yeah, I'm starving. Officer Shiwoo said he was going to ask for someone from the agricultural desk to come by with some produce. I better head over there if I want to meet them. Sounds like a great plan. Maybe you could come by to the diner sometime? I think I'll be open in a couple days. I was planning on it. It would be nice not to have to cook for every single meal again. Ooh, I'm the only restaurant in town. Oh my god, she looks like... Oh, jeez. As I get myself ready to leave, Vega comes out of the bathroom. She's so cute. Alright, I'm off. Thank you so much for everything, Dr. Saria. It is my pleasure, Vega. Feel free to come back if you need anything else. And if you have the time before you head to your room, would you consider stopping by the tech office? Our station's lead technician, Roswell, has been looking at your ship. They'll want to talk to you when you get the chance. Maybe you can walk with Jem here to the promenade. You'll need to get a pass through to reach the tech office. It would be good for you to get your lay of the... Jesus Christ. It would be good for you to get a lay of the land, or so to speak. Saria turns to meet my eyes. Would that be okay with you, Jem? I think it would be good if you stuck together. Less likely for one of you to get lost. Yeah, sure, I don't mind. Fantastic. You both remember what I said. Try not to push yourselves too much, okay? Please come back the next time you need medical assistance. You got it, Dr. Saria. Thanks again for all your help. I walk over to Vega, and she gives me a polite bow and greeting. I return the gesture. Hi, I'm Vega, she says, raising her hand in a small wave. I'm Jem. Let's head out. I turn and nod my head to Saria as we leave the medbay. Goodbye, Dr. Saria. Saria smiles and waves us goodbye. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here for right now. I'm going to save it, and we will continue our adventure pretty soon. Man, I can't wait for Vega. She looks super cute. Alright. Part 2 will be up pretty soon. Goodbye. Goodbye all for now. Goodbye. Oops. Yeah, quit.